Okay, hi Leos, and welcome to your May 2021 General Tarot Forecast. This is Sky here, coming to you to talk about a beautiful, incredible month of May. Thank you so much for being here, Leos. For those of you who are new, I do hope you'll hit the subscribe button below if the reading resonates for you. And yes, as usual, I'm going to be talking about some intuitive messages, week-to-week forecast, and then I'll do an extended reading for you guys on Patreon, which will be linked below. So yes, Leo, for May of 2021, we're going to have a very simple, easy reading this month. I think that it's just really important for you to decomplicate. It's really important for you to simplify. It's really important for you not to get into drudgery. You're getting more and more in your power this month to the degree that you almost need to have some kind of tangible representation of every option that you have, and you need to really lay it in front of you. I'm feeling like you're having a little bit of analysis paralysis. I'm feeling that you are more empowered maybe than you've ever been, actually, for some Leos. And with that, you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know how to move forward with this. I don't know how to, direct my life. Because this time of the year for me, this like May, June, July period of 2021, it is going to start a new chapter. You're going to enter May 2021. This is going to feel very new. This is going to feel very different. This is going to feel like you're still upkeeping the previous status quo of your life, but you kind of have this looming feeling that you're like, okay, I've really got to, make some decisions, and I've either got to focus here or go to a different area or place. So I think it's really important to get a very keen idea of what your options actually are, to not get too cerebral with it. And I'm real. What the psychic image that I got for your sign as I was meditating for your reading was like Leo sitting at a table, like an executive table, and you have like 3 or 4 plans in front of you. They're all like different plans, and it's like very officious. It's very like organized, and you're going to choose a plan. There's a choice of option that may not be happening in May, but you're getting into that energy of doing that, okay? And maybe that's kind of more of a 2021 thing, as I'm feeling that this is not specifically directed to May, but it's important to know about it in May. Okay, and I'm trying to understand what else is trying to come up with that. You're going to have options with the choosing of options, okay? So you don't have to do it like I'm saying right this second, but I do think it's really positive to see Leo at least knowing what they're doing, at least being confident in what they're doing, and really wielding this Aquarius energy, your opposite sign, Saturn and Jupiter being there. Jupiter is moving into Pisces in June, and it's going to retrograde back into Aquarius, so you'll get another chance to really hone this new quality. But for a little while, in like June and July, it's going to kind of get fluid and emotional. And I think there's going to be more of a focus on emotionality for you then, whereas May is much more, detached and logistic and very organized. So I would take advantage of this energy here and really get a good idea, a good grasp of what you're doing, so you can be more in like, fulfillment mode over the rest of the summer. Okay. Other intuitive messages, quickly. Confidence, okay. Health. Crossroads and paths. We already talked quite a bit about crossroads, essentially. 6 of Wands and the Star is a great combination. You're feeling authentic. You're feeling like you're not having to hide yourself. You're feeling like things are finally starting to fit. Okay, there's a feeling of like, wow, this situation really fits. Like this new plan really fits. This new want that I have really fits who I am. It's really crazy. And I just love that feeling of like, as a Leo rising myself, I'm like, wow, like things really can start to fit if we let it. So how can you make that encompass other parts of your life? Does your location fit you? Do your clothes fit you? Do the situations you're finding yourself in, the places you're going repetitively, does that fit all of this? Is there, how do I want to put this? So last kind of intuitive message before we get into the week to week. You want to watch out for over demanding your how can I explain this? This is kind of complicated. Bear with me, guys. These are unedited readings, by the way, so it's all kind of a stream of consciousness. On one hand, eccentricity is great, and I know that Leos really like to fit into different areas, and they like to be around, all kinds of different, people. Like Leos can easily fit in with a very wealthy upper class and seem like very royal and elite, and then Leos can then also be very humble, and they can really be in any crowd. And while this is positive, I think that you can also get drained by new expectations from people. You've got the star energy coming up. You've got the 5 of Cups. It's almost like people have this idea of your caricature. And there's almost, okay, this is an interesting thing. It's almost like people from different groups that you associate with start to come into contact with one another, and they all have very different ideas of you. And there creates this sort of like question mark, like, okay, is this person a chameleon? Is this person solid or firm in their identity? That can come up, but it only helps you. Okay, it only helps you. It only helps you to re-identify in your own way. This isn't a bad thing, but it's just something that randomly came up psychically for you guys. Is it might be good to get a more solid idea of yourself, to get a more solid projection. Sometimes Leos, especially like Leos with Pisces placements, I've noticed this a lot. They project that which other people want to see, because Leo's like an actor, and if you have something very fluid or mutable like Pisces energy, you can empathetically understand what other people want to see, and then you're like, okay, I'll just match what they want. But that becomes an issue when you're with a lot of different people and you're being different people for different people. And then when those people come together and they're like maybe speaking about you or recounting you, it's like something doesn't match up, and they're like, oh. And it's just kind of like, I don't know. Food for thought for you all. Try to really establish a more solid projection of yourself that's just authentic. Okay. Anyway, let's do this week to week, Leo. Okay, 5 of Cups rooted down by 3 of Swords. In the first week of May, you've got to recover from something. You've got to heal your heart. You've got to understand where things went wrong. Did you lay things out well for yourself? Did you plan well? Did you really know who someone was before you started a relationship with them? It's important to not make those same mistakes twice. So seeing that you didn't allow yourself time to really learn about someone before getting into a relationship with them, that's what that energy says to me. Like, wow, I really put a lot of my faith into who I thought that they were. So who I think someone is, who they think you are, these identity questions seem to be what your month revolves around. And in the first week, there could be something kind of weird. Like you could hear about a rumor that was spread about you, something not nice. You could hear about, just not maybe getting the result that you thought you wanted with something, but it suits you. Again, with your axis being so activated with Jupiter and Saturn, it's not a detriment, okay? It helps you, it motivates you, it does something good. But you got to really let it be that, okay? Because Leo can be dramatic. Leo can have very strong emotional reactions. And if you want in the first week of May to feel really upset about something, you probably could. Or you could kind of really shift it into a helpful thing for you. It's up to you. Week 2, 8 of Cups reversed, rooted down by 6 of Wands. You got to move on, okay? You got to move forward. You got to freshen things up. Don't get too attached to the old way, okay? The new wave is really coming in. And that 8 of Cups reverse is going to kind of be like, well, I finally got security. I finally figured something out, and I'm just going to stay there for a long time. It feels that you at least have to know what the next step is. Even if you're staying, even if you're maintaining now because you're feeling confident, because you're feeling attractive, because you're feeling like you're standing in your power, where does it put you? Where, why? Questionable 2 weeks there. Questionful 2 weeks there. Lots of questions. I love it for you. Leo is not really a sign that questions things, and this is interesting, unless you've got like a lot of Scorpio or something else that's investigative in your chart. Leo is a sign that likes to just accept things for the way that they are, or likes to not have a lot of dispute. But I would question where things are at in the first 2 weeks and see if it's right. So week 3, you've got the star rooted down by Strength reversed. This starts the sort of magical Gemini season time. I think Gemini season is going to be so great for the air and fire signs, especially lighter, healthier. Things are circulating, things are moving. There's not this sense of blockage. There's not this tightness in the energy field. And in this case, I actually think that strength reversed is not a symbol of lacking strength. It's not a symbol of, feeling weak. I think that it's actually saying to you that you don't have to employ strength right now. This should be easier times. This should be more relaxing. This should be more tranquil and more enjoyable. Try to let it be that, okay? But as always, it's a great combination, the star and strength regardless. Your body's getting stronger. Lack of strength in the body might be an interesting thing to think about. Have you maybe lost some of your muscle tone? Might it be good to get better core strength or to work on the tone? Okay. Could be tone of the body. Could also be like the fortification of like your house or your car or other material things in your house, like have things worn down. Okay. Fortify in the third week. Week 4, you've got King of Cups reversed, rooted down by the Lovers. Something is not really emotionally where you want it to be, but you're going to fix it. The Lovers is about making a choice. Again, it's about kind of choosing one of the options in front of you. And King of Cups reversed says you want to really think about emotional happiness and what has made you emotionally happy. Okay, I want you guys to really use that as a guide if you could. And I'm talking not just emotional happiness, but like really fulfillment. Because sometimes we can be happy in situations that in the long term are not great for us. So you want to really know like what's fulfilling. You want to be able to discern that. You want to be able to raise that into a higher plane for yourself. But ultimately, 4th week of May is just about loving life in a way too, and not letting emotional things. I mean, you've got 5 of Cups, 8 of Cups, 3 of Swords, King of Cups. There's something in May that might be a little bit of a trial, or something that might be a little bit bittersweet. Okay, bittersweet. But I also feel that there's something really magnanimous and effortless and hugely appealing as well. So it's a lot of energy, but it's meant to be easy at the same time. So I think it's a beautiful combination, actually. It's a great recipe. It's a great flavor. Okay, sometimes like the best flavors of food are not just those one-toned, like this is really sweet, this is really bitter, this is really savory. Sometimes those combinations are where it's at. So I know, silly metaphor, silly cliche, whatever it is. It is what it is, but we gotta give it to ourselves sometimes. So anyway, Leos, extended reading on Patreon. Let's do that now. Thank you so much to those of you who support this channel on Patreon. That is so helpful. You don't even know. It's what keeps this channel possible. Without the Patreon page, this effort would have not been sustainable. So thank you so much to those of you who get the chance to check it out. I do weekly forecasts over there. I do extended early ad-free readings as well. So it's very reasonable. And anyway, let's do that now. As always, your likes, comments, and subscribes here on YouTube make my day as well. Comment below and let me know how the reading resonated. And you can click the center of the screen now for the extended reading. Much love, Leos. Bye.